Moving back to the area of non-visual demand, one of the areas that we're really leading the world in is the use of peripheral physiological measures as a window into the level of demand placed on the brain from non-visual interactions in the vehicle. So in essence, how demanding are voice interactions, voice interfaces, speech-driven or content-driven information interaction that doesn't require the eyes to move off the road? And our work in that area has been broadly accepted from numerous publications on what's called a delayed digit recall task, NBAC task, if you may, that looks at grading cognitive workload across a ruler. In essence, what is a low, medium, and high demand impact the driver's physiology? Heart rate and skin conductance are two measures in particular, as well as visual behavior and changes in vehicle telemetry that we're using to really provide us with a window into the brain. How demanding are things? But doing so in an environment where we can envision using these measures in a real-time development environment within the industry. Well, what many people are focused in the industry on more advanced brain measures such as EEG, we've focused on very simple to collect peripheral measures such as heart rate and skin conductance that really provide a great deal of power in understanding how hard the brain is working at a given point in time. How much workload cognitively are we engaged with? And this work is being very broadly accepted among the auto industry, from the ISO task force looking at manipulating cognitive demand to individual OEMs and suppliers looking to understand how demanding different interfaces they are providing the driver are and how they can begin to optimize that down the road. So in particular, in some work that's going on right now and will continue over the next couple of years, we're looking to understand how demanding voice interfaces are in vehicles produced today. So in essence, as you enter your destination or speak that information to your car, how demanding is that? How does that change with age, gender, different driving conditions? Is it really a low and modest demand? Is it close to the zero cost demand that the industry would like? Or is it very taxing emotionally and cognitively on the driver? We're looking at how different training, or in essence, the experience you may have with these systems, impacts your ability to interact. How age in particular might limit our ability to learn new models or mods of interaction. So what's interesting is the entire auto industry has really focused traditionally on engineering for a middle-aged adult, especially a middle-aged adult male. And what has changed predominantly is, first of all, women are influencing purchasing decisions at an ever-increasing rate. Second, the money is in the boomers. The boomers have the money to buy new cars, are influencing their kids' purchases and their decisions. So we really need to reinvent how we think about automobile interfaces and the information and the type of design that we build around a vehicle and the priorities we put through the lenses of a boomer market. Second, if we look at the characteristics of an aging adult, whether that's limited visual abilities, changes in hearing, changes in physical function that don't even allow us to look behind the vehicle, how do we develop support systems that allow people to stay mobile, free, and independent in the vehicle longer, healthier, and safer? If we look throughout the industrialized world, the US in particular, and increasingly Europe, many of us, as we age, stay in the same home we've been in. Our memories are all in one place. Unfortunately, the accessibility of those homes through public transportation doesn't exist. That means we demand the ability to stay in the vehicle for longer. Unfortunately, if we lose that ability, depression and other well-being indexes begin to decrease. In essence, mobility in the personal automobile is key to the health and wellness of an older population.